All right, let's dive into a universe where the stars aren't just pretty lights in the sky. Nope, here they actually communicate. They even set the rules for physics itself. Today, we're going to unpack how constellations like Sagittarius and Capricorn are tied to the fundamental forces of creation and destruction. It's going to be a wild ride. So, right off the bat, our source material hits us with this really powerful idea. The cosmos isn't random, it's a deliberate tapestry. The stars are weaving patterns that have a direct influence on life, almost like a grand celestial design that's trying to tell us something. Okay, here's our game plan. We'll start with how those starry patterns connect to our reality. Then we'll meet the messenger of the cosmos, Sagittarius, and the engine of change, Capricorn. After that, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of the two forces that drive all of evolution, and then we'll wrap it all up. In this universe, the physical world is really just a reflection of something much deeper. Think of it like a projection of ideas, even a kind of source code. And the constellations, they act as these huge, unmissable omens, signaling the big shifts in the story. So you have to ask, right? If the stars are telling a story, how in the world are we supposed to read it? This question gets us right to the need for an interpreter, someone or something to act as a bridge between the heavens and us down here. And that role is filled by one constellation in particular. And that brings us to Sagittarius, the celestial archer. Now, in this system, Sagittarius isn't just a zodiac sign. It represents the messenger, the one who can actually read that cosmic story and tell everyone what it means. And the actual method for doing this is called divine heraldry. It's this whole art of digging into ancient prophecies and history books, finding the parallels to what's happening right now, and then using that insight to see what's coming, good or bad. This basically gives us the herald's job description. They're the mouthpiece, the pattern spotter, and the guide. Their whole purpose is to translate the massive, complex story of the stars into real, actionable wisdom that can help people get ready for what's next. Okay, so if Sagittarius is all about reading the message, then the Capricorn constellation is all about action. It represents the engine of evolution itself, the actual mechanics that drive change across the entire cosmos. And this gets us to the real core of it all. What are these forces? Well, according to this, every single bit of change, from the creation of a star to the crumbling of a mountain, it all boils down to the interplay of just two basic principles. And here they are, the two sides of that cosmic coin. You've got wavelength harmony, where waves sync up perfectly to build and strengthen things. And then you have wavelength interference, where they clash and just tear things down. These are the fundamental tools of evolution. Right, let's really get into the specifics. What can these two opposing forces actually do? Let's break down the powers that come from these incredible cosmic wavelengths. First up, wavelength harmony. The easiest way to think about it is perfect synchronization. Imagine two singers hitting the exact same note in perfect time. Their voices don't just add up, they blend into something richer, stronger, and create new possibilities, all geared towards building things up. And this harmony gives you some pretty incredible skills, seeing beyond normal senses, literally feeling an object's mass and what it's made of, creating defensive force fields, and even making structures tougher than they should be. It's all about building, sensing, and protecting. And then, of course, you have the complete opposite, wavelength interference. This is nothing to do with building. This is the physics of deconstruction. It's the power to send out a wave that clashes, that cancels, that causes decay, and pushes something right past its breaking point. And honestly, the best way to picture this is that classic example. An opera singer hits that one perfect, piercingly high note that matches the exact frequency of a wine glass. The vibrations just build and build and build until the glass can't take it anymore, and it shatters. That's it. That's destructive interference in a nutshell. So, where does this all leave us? What we're seeing is a universe that's governed by this fundamental push and pull, this constant dance between creation and destruction. The messages that Sagittarius reads are put into action by the mechanics of Capricorn. This slide just boils it all down beautifully. All of these complex cosmic ideas come down to a simple, elegant duality. It's synchronization versus disruption, reinforcement versus decay. One force builds by matching things up. The other destroys by overpowering them. This is the toolkit Capricorn uses to shape our reality. And really, this is the core takeaway. From the biggest event in the cosmos to the smallest little ripple of change, these two principles, harmony and interference, are the engine driving absolutely everything.
They are the mechanics of evolution.
And that kind of leaves us with one final thought, doesn't it? If the entire universe operates on this duality, this push and pull of harmony and interference, it makes you wonder, in your own life, which wavelength are you on?